Welcome to the Starry-Eyed Effect. I'm Steph.
And I'm Brendan.
And I'm Jen. On this podcast, we'll be chatting about all things Williams syndrome.
The ups and downs.
And what it's like living with Williams syndrome.
We're excited to share our community with you. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
I'm tired today. Guess where I was?
I don't know, maybe Seattle?
Yes. I was in Seattle this week. I went for a friend's 40th birthday, and we went to see Janet Jackson. And I lived my best life.
Mom, are you okay?
I am okay, barely. I'm just barely okay.
What?
So Joel had to fill in this morning for me while you guys talked to Steph.
Yeah, we talked to Steph, and she had a lot of exciting news. You know, she just started a new job, and she, is doing well, and yeah, has a lot of good things going for her.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited to listen to what you guys chatted about. I miss her, but I know she's like kicking butt and taking names out there in the world, being a career woman, which I love. It's like career life is my favorite life. Yeah. And then we talked to the Birch sisters, right?
Yeah, we did. It was great. It was good to see them and get to talk to them and get to reconnect. So yeah, it's definitely
you guys know each other. You guys know each other.
No, through the community. I don't think I've ever met Alexandra or her sister in person. So
okay.
We're connected on Facebook and we chat every once in a while. So it's cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I learned a lot about them through just their social media presence and their interview with SBSK, which I'm also a big fangirl of. And so it was really a treat to get to chat with them.
Yeah, SBSK is amazing. They do fantastic things.
We want them to be on our show. We're going to put out another plug. SBSK, come on our show.
Yeah, shout out to SBSK. Please come on our show. It'll be amazing.
It would be so amazing. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, let's take a listen today.
Shall we?
Well, hello, Karen family.
Hello.
Hello.
How is everyone doing over there on the East Coast? And I guess that includes you, Brendan.
Really good. I'm doing really good. I'm really excited. I got a job at the Chaos and Kindness store in Laconia.
It's awesome.
That is really fantastic. Yeah, I saw on social media they put a nice post welcoming you into the work.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, I got approved for bariatric surgery, so I'm in the process of going through the testing and nutritional thing. I went through it once, but it didn't work out. So this time it's definitely gonna work out.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, let's talk about the job real quick. How is the job going? How are you enjoying things so far?
Oh my God, I'm having a blast. I'm enjoying every single bit of it. I just love working there. I go twice a month and it's really fun. They're high energy, so it gives me good vibes. So it's really great.
Yeah. What kind of things do you get to do there?
Oh, I put a lot of orders in and put them into bags for first class or partial. So it's really interesting how they do things, and you write little notes and you put it in with the package, so they get a nice little note and
that's
everything.
Make it personal.
Yeah.
Cool.
They like that. They were shocked. They were like, "You're the first person doing all different types of messages," because we would get the same thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, I said one time, have a great day from the Chaos and Kindness family, and it's just so fun. It's really fun, and they're doing a brand new show now, so it's going to be really interesting to see what the show's about, basically, because it's kind of like an opera musical, like
Ooh,
all
fun.
different types of genres of music and stuff like that. It's really neat.
That's
Very
really
cool.
cool. Well, make sure that when you next time you talk to them, see if they can plan a trip to Phoenix next summer, and maybe they can swing by the convention and
Yeah, and be
hang
on the
out with us.
podcast when we go live. Yeah,
Yeah, and they
Oh,
can
that'd be cool.
yeah, that'd be
yeah.
awesome.
So put that bug in their ear and see if they'd be willing to come out and be part of the convention next year. I know that
Oh,
that would
that'd
be
be so fun.
that would kick some serious butt.
When is
sure.
the convention?
July
Like,
of next year.
yeah, it's July of next year. I want to say like the 8th through the 13th or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
something like
okay.
that.
The 9th through the
Yeah.
13th. But yeah, they can give me a call, or I can give them a call, and we can work out the details.
Oh
Set
yeah,
up a baby.
I'll definitely make sure, because God, their shows are incredible and they pump everybody up. It's
Yeah.
great.
Pam, how are you doing? Getting some time free while Steph is out working.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
Get a few hours. They're right by the lake, so I get to go and sit by the lake and read a book, or I can go for a nice walk. So I'm loving that.
That's great. That's awesome. So the surgery. So you're optimistic that it's going to work.
I'm really, really making sure it's going to work this time, because you have to go through a long process of different testing and everything, but it's a good thing to know if you're eligible or not, which I am, because you have to be your BMI has to be a certain amount to qualify. So I'm luckily enough, I did qualify, and I'm starting the process on July 27th, which I meet with a dietitianist, and they have a counselor that I talk to about food and what, like, different things, and how protein is very important in your diet, and after the surgery it's going to be very, very important because it helps you heal, which I didn't know that, and that's really interesting.
Oh, that's so it's not just, frankly, it's not just a surgery, it's a whole lifestyle.
Yeah, a different lifestyle. Yep.
Sure.
That's understandable.
Yeah, and then it's the discipline that it takes to keep up with things after the fact, and yeah, and yeah, it's a whole. I know some people who've gone through it, and it's a whole life change, and that's really exciting. Obviously, we're gonna be pulling for you.
We're all in your
need
corner
it.
for sure. We're
Yeah.
all in your corner for sure. So
Thank
we're rooting
you.
for you.
How are the cats doing?
Oh my goodness, my little cat is crazy. She's so fun. I love her to death. So fun, but the other cats don't like her at all.
Oh boy.
These kids, the other cats are going, these kids these days. Oh, get off my lawn.
It's so funny. Oh, she's so sweet too. She's very sweet, and just what I wanted for a cat.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we're hoping that we can see you more on the podcast, and we can, as people are very excited. I don't know if you've seen on Facebook and on YouTube and stuff. People have been asking how you're doing, and if you're, when you're coming back to the show. So
I'm really thankful for you for helping me while I'm out of whack for a little while.
Hey,
yeah.
anything for you, my dear friend.
Well, Steph, Pam, it is super awesome to see you as always.
Yeah.
And we are super excited for you, Steph, and all the exciting things coming down the way for you. And
yeah, I'm very excited. And also, through Chaos and Kindness, I have a really good friend, and her family invited me to go to Florida with them during February vacation because our birthdays are the same day in February. So that's pretty cool.
That's
awesome.
That's awesome. That's going to be super exciting. Hey, that
Yes.
means, yeah, next year will hopefully be a year of travel for you, and you'll get to go to Florida, and we'll get you to Phoenix, and
I would love to go to Phoenix.
Yeah,
oh
we'll
my God, I've never been.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to get.
It's cool.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Cool.
Phoenix in July. We all may regret being excited about going.
It's supposed to be the highs are supposed to be 107 and the lows are supposed to be like 80.
But it's a dry heat, and so, but hey, we'll all be
We'll make it
together.
work.
So,
It
we'll
doesn't
all
matter.
be together. We'll all be miserable in the same place, and we'll make it work. We'll still have fun.
Yep.
Plenty of water, plenty of sunscreen, plenty of shade.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, plenty of AC. Plenty of
Yes,
yeah.
that too.
Well,
That
all
would
right.
be
Well, it is so great to see you, Steph, and
Yeah, you guys too. Thank you so much.
really, really.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, welcome, ladies. I am so excited to finally meet you.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Stella's excited to meet you.
We're not mean, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I know.
You're fangirls of you, both of you. And so I'm so excited to meet you. I know, Brendan, you know Alexandra already a little bit, right?
Yeah. We haven't met in person, but we do talk on Facebook every once in a while. And yeah, it's good.
Alexandra has a whole group of people with Williams syndrome. They've been talking on the phone and on Messenger for years and years, like 5+ years, and they've never met in person, except some of them.
Some
Met
of
them
them.
in person.
Yeah.
So,
Well, introduce yourself. I mean, so I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see you. And then we were just talking, and now people don't know who you are. So, ladies, introduce yourself for our audience.
I'm Alexandra, and this is my sister Victoria.
so yeah, we do social media. We make random videos on YouTube. We just started TikTok. We don't really know how to TikTok, but we try our best. Instagram.
TikTok is not my forte either.
I mean, we just see what happens, and but it's kind of fun. What else?
And where do y'all live?
Ruston, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Uh,
That Cajun food. You ever been to Louisiana?
I've been to New Orleans.
That's the best part of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you in relationship to that?
Oh, we're like way up north, like on almost towards Arkansas. So like North and South Louisiana are totally different.
Different.
South is like, the most delicious food, all the atmosphere and like the culture. And then North Louisiana, it's just like
You're in the country. You're
Yeah.
in the country, right? Are you on like a farm?
No, we are not on a farm. We wish we were on a farm. We're working towards being on a farm.
Okay.
But
Well, so yeah, but not yet, right? Well, there's
Not
always
yet.
room.
Alexandra
So
does not want to
Alexandra-
be on a farm.
You don't?
Gardening? I don't know.
So we have like this little garden in our backyard because we're attempting to garden. I make her help me, and she's like, it's hot. I hate this. This is so dumb.
We have a garden at our house too. That's
When I get hot, I get crabby. And
Yeah, she doesn't. I don't know how you guys are, but when she gets like uncomfortable or hot or tired or hangry,
it's not pretty.
not a good
I
time.
can definitely get hangry, and it all depends on the situation. And
And then our mom has chickens, and she
hates the chicken.
the look says it all.
I know. So yeah, I guess farm life isn't for
It's not.
yeah,
Just
whatever.
saying.
It's okay.
So I think I first saw you guys on the SBSK YouTube channel, and I always try to get on Stella. I always try to get Stella on SBSK, and we never get picked. So I always fangirl anybody who's been on it. I think it's like such a fun platform. But if people are listening, they haven't seen that, would you introduce so you told us you're from Louisiana, your sisters, Alexandra, you have Williams syndrome. Victoria, you're her sister, supporting her. How old are you guys? Can we ask
I'm
that?
26, almost 27.
And I'm 30. Just
30.
turned
You
30.
guys are young.
Awesome.
Are we?
And you are. Yeah, you are. Well, when you get to be my age, yes, you're young. So how old, Alexandra, were you when you were diagnosed with Williams syndrome?
Maybe a month old. She knows more than me, right?
You don't remember that far back? when you were a month old? It was before a year, I think.
Yeah.
My mom, she had me first, so she knew what it was like to have a baby. And then she had Alexandra, and she just did certain things that where she was like, this isn't right. Something's not right here. I've already had a baby, and this is just conflicting with like the developmental process that I guess I did. And so that's how she knew something was a little off. And she said that she was eating dinner somewhere and she heard this lady in the background talking about her daughter had just got diagnosed with Williams syndrome. And she was like describing the traits and like the features and things. And my mom like got up from the table and when she was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? That sounds like my daughter. And the lady was like, well, it's Williams syndrome. It's really rare. Probably, it might not be what she has. And mom was like, no, like this is what she has. Because she went to the doctors and for some, it was 30 years. I don't know. They just like couldn't figure out what was going on. Anyway, so she took to the doctor and said, I need you to test for Williams syndrome. What she had. So we found out really early on.
You did, yeah. And well, it's interesting. So Stella, who you guys just met earlier, she's almost 13. She was not diagnosed until she was 5. And it was kind of a similar thing where her teacher, a new teacher that she had said, like, she reminds me of a little girl I used to teach who had Williams syndrome. And like I went outside. So now it's like current day, right? So in the olden days, you would have like heard about it at dinner like your mom did. In the current day, that lady said that. I went to the car, I Googled it, and like a minute it all came up. I was like, oh, that's totally what she has.
Yeah.
And it still really, it happens because I know, Brendan, you were diagnosed, right? Like, later.
When I was 13.
13 years old? Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stella.
I was misdiagnosed first with ADHD and put on Ritalin. That was not great. And then, it turned me into a monster. And then, one of my resource teachers was watching a documentary, and it was about Williams syndrome. And then my research teacher went to the school nurse, and then the school nurse called my mom and was like, I think your son has Williams syndrome. You might want to check this out. And so my mom checked out the documentary and she was like, everything clicked. And then I got diagnosed, but my parents didn't tell me for a little while, just because it was so new to them, So I didn't get officially diagnosed until I was like 13. And then I think that year was the first year where I went to camp for people with Williams syndrome. And that's where I first ever met anybody with Williams syndrome in my entire life. And it was such a game changer. And I'm still friends with some of those people for over 20 plus years.
Yeah, no, I will have learned that you guys are super loyal. Once y'all find your group, y'all stick with them. So how old are you now?
I'll be 36 in August.
I went to that camp too, and I loved it.
Did you see him? No? Oh.
No, this
Stella
was
on the camp?
Up in Massachusetts, in a camp called Belvoir Terrace.
Ah.
Terrace started by Nancy Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where my first interaction ever was with someone that had Williams syndrome. I actually met someone who had Williams syndrome, and then we went to camp together, and then I was introduced to everybody there. And it just mind blown, eyes wide open, like,
you're all like me.
Yes, this is where I belong. I feel safe.
Found my people.
All of that, all of the good vibes.
Have you guys always been in Louisiana?
Mm-hmm. My husband was military for a little while, so I was with him. And I'd come back and forth, go back home. But yeah, for the most part,
Okay, well, Alexandra, why don't you tell us about that? Like, how was like school and having a disability in school?
I didn't go to high school, so I was in homeschool since I till 18. I went when I was 13, stopped at 18. My mom did not want me to go through the high school. She didn't want me to get bullied or anything, so I went to homeschool, which was really good for me. If my mom didn't let me do that, I don't know where I'll be,
She homeschool all through school or just high school?
Yeah, she went to elementary school. It was a small one, and then it was like junior high. When you got to the junior high age, she pulled her out because she had some great teachers. There are some teachers that we're still in contact with that really, would take the time to help her out. But we learned a lot of teachers just kind of like swept her under the rug, which is horrible to say, but she kind of swept past, and Mom was finally like, we're done. And she, hired somebody to homeschool her, and she also homeschooled her other kid. How many kids did you have?
3.
Yeah, so she would go and she was with other kids at her house, but that's where she really learned to read and write. And
so your mom didn't teach you. Your mom didn't homeschool you. You went to like a place with like a full classroom of kids.
Yeah.
It was their home, actually.
Yeah, it was at their house. And it was good for her. I mean, you guys are social, so she got that social aspect too.
I didn't have to stay at their house till 3 in the afternoon. I got off at like at 10 or 11 every day. And Tuesdays I stayed off.
But yeah, It was good for her.
We do have that social butterfly quality for sure.
Yes, y'all do.
Yeah.
I have a spicy one. Stella's very spicy. So like she can be social, but you have to like to that side. Sometimes she can be spicy first and then sweet. I love the socialness of
I will say when she went through her, like she was also quite spicy.
Okay.
She's not as
Okay, so maybe it calms down. That's good to know because like
so then I feel like all teenagers are kind of spicy.
Yeah. I have a niece who's 18.
Mm-hmm.
So how tell me about your relationship specifically. I'm always interested in this dynamic, right, of the siblings. My daughter Stella has a younger sister. They're 3 years difference, and like also maybe it's the season, but like they're not in love with each other. They're not close. So I'm interested, like what was like your experience growing up with Alexandra and William syndrome, and then how did you guys get to this point that you're at today?
Well, we found out Alexandra had Williams syndrome. My mom was always very, this is what she has. And it was never, we weren't embarrassed about it. We weren't secretive. It's what she has. And I didn't grow up knowing any differently, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And it's always been known that, I'm going to be the one when our parents get older, taking care of her. So that wasn't really like a question. But I don't know. We've always just been close.
Very close.
Yeah. But I will say, like when I went through my spicy teenage years,
oh boy.
I feel like all siblings do it. I wanted to be like cool with my friends. And regardless of the Williams syndrome, I feel like all little sisters want to hang out with their older sister and their, their friends. And I was like, no, go away. We're doing our hair. There's way too much all the time.
Yeah, I have an older sister too. So
yeah,
I get it. Our relationship over the years, and it's a really great point. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So we've always been like a close knit family. So it's always been me and her. And
do you have other siblings?
We have 3 older half sisters on my dad's side. But they're like, there's a big, like a 10-year age gap. So like we grew up together when they were in our lives, but they were kind of like already grown. You know what I mean?
So you guys were it. Like, so to your point, you've always known that you were gonna, have this super close relationship. And like, what does it look like now? So you're both adults. I know, Victoria, you're married and you have a little baby. She's so cute.
She is so sweet. Oh my gosh. I love her to death.
Do you? You love being an auntie?
I do.
Which is strange because like Alexandra doesn't like not because but they're loud, they pull and tug and take your things, and we're obviously not at that point yet. It's old, but when I was pregnant, I was nervous. I was like, what if my little sister doesn't like my kid or can't be around me because of my kid, but it's worked out. She loves her. Don't get me wrong, when she screams and
she's like, this goes back to you. Here you go.
Yeah. pretty much. I mean, there have been times we have to pull off the side of the road so Alexandra can get out of the car so I can deal with the screaming baby.
You've been there,
and
done that.
Yeah, she'll start crying because she's like, "Oh my God, turn my ears!" And then she's like, "I'm overwhelmed," and I'm like, "Me too."
Yeah.
It's okay. We're gonna figure it out.
We go at it when she gets mad about her baby, then she and I get into it for no reason.
We don't get it. I'll be like, "Alexandra, where's the Patsy?" And she's like, "I don't know. It's screaming." I'm like, "Help me. Where's the Patsy? Find the Patsy."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that sounds familiar to me. So, you guys live together now. Is that right?
Well, she lives with my mom, but my mom works. Right. She goes to a real job every day, all day. So I go and pick her up every day. And she hangs out with me pretty much all day. But I mean, technically she lives with my mom.
How far apart do you guys live?
Oh, I mean, the town that we're in is really small. So she just lives like that.
Not far. So every day you come over and you, so what are you guys normally doing? Like right now, I know because you just had, how old is your baby? 6 months. Okay. So you for 6 months have been in like baby mode, right? But what do you guys do outside of Babyland?
Our life's so kind of consumed with Babyland right now, even hers. She actually helps me a lot, whether she thinks so. Do you think you help me a lot?
I do.
But yeah, no, we'll come over here and we film videos for YouTube. We did a bunch of trying snacks, film more lifestyle type things now, which people with Williams syndrome, y'all say the funniest things. And y'all don't even mean to be funny. It just comes out.
Yeah.
So I try to catch those moments of her on video. But we started doing TikToks. We designed shirts.
You guys went on a cruise, right?
Yeah, we went on a cruise. We just got back from vacation. We went on a cruise.
Oh, goodness.
Well, tell them about the cruise.
How was that?
I did have fun, boy.
But tell them what happened.
We went to this place called the Mayan Ruins.
Oh,
Yes.
very cool.
See, he thinks they're cool.
I'm different.
He thinks they're cool.
No, not me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to get out of here. I do not like.
Well, it came down. It was hot. And back to what I said earlier, when she's uncomfortable, she's not having a good time. So, we went, saw the Mayan ruins, and you got to kind of walk out there to go see them. And she's like, "What is this? What am I looking at?" And I'm like, "Sarah, this is one of the seven wonders
history
of the world. This is history.
Yes.
It's stupid.
History.
Why am I looking at this? This is so dumb. Are we leaving? When are we leaving?" Shh.
That is hilarious. Well, I always say, my daughter Stella she always says what people are thinking, right? Like all those people there were like, I walked all the way here and this is hot and it's stupid. That's how they felt inside. You just said it for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, she does. I think that's something that growing up, we had to kind of teach her. We're like, you can't always say what is on your nose.
There's a time and place for everything, right?
Yeah, but you gotta kind of figure out, okay, this doesn't need to be said out loud right now. We're like, you can say, but just let's do it when
You think about it, you just can't.
Me and mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys get into this influencing world? Because it is a whole different world, and being in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. Tell us about how that happened.
We're not in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we live in a town. It has a college, and we got an Old Navy. So we got stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel you.
I mean, I feel like middle of nowhere is where you got a Dollar General and a gas station, and that's it.
The sticks.
Yeah, on the sticks.
Well, I mean, you're not super metropolitan, right? There's
not a city.
There's not a ton of people trying to be actors or singers or musicians. So this influence world, how did you stumble upon it?
I started making videos. I don't even know. I was working at a vet, which I've done for a long time, and I had to make videos for school because I was trying to get my veterinary nursing degree, and you had to make these videos for school. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm putting all this work into this. I'm just going to post them on YouTube, which happens. And then I realized I enjoyed it. And I was like, I think it was Williams Syndrome Awareness Month. Is that the first video we posted? I don't either. But my mom had been telling me, you should put Alexandra in like some of your videos. And I didn't want to at first because the internet can be cruel.
Very.
Yes, especially, people behind a keyboard, they are not afraid to say
Keyboard warriors.
I don't know if warrior is the word I put there, but
True.
anyway, I kind of just bit the bullet and I was like, okay, we'll try it. And it kind of just blew up from there. And, for the most part, like 90%, it's always been positive about putting her and Williams syndrome and spreading awareness for that. And, we always get those keyboard warriors. But, yeah. No, I felt, I was doing it because I was like, oh, editing, it's cool. But once it became more real, like with me and my sister, I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with showing, people her, because they're great.
Yeah.
People with y'all are great. And y'all really make, she brightens my day. I couldn't do it without her. I want her to brighten other people's days too. We gonna cry. Oh, I hope.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Anyway,
I feel the same way when I go to conventions and I'm around like William syndrome people or people with Williams syndrome. Hang on. I know. We'll talk about it when we're done. Okay. Done? I'm almost done. Okay. Thank you.
But Mom,
I know. She really wants to go to the baseball games. So she's like freaking out.
Mom, like baseball?
Yes.
Yes. I used to play baseball.
Really?
Oh, one time.
One time.
We play baseball all the time. Yeah, I think that I know when I'm around people with Williams syndrome, like I have so much fun, and it is like,
oh my gosh, yes,
so happy.
Yeah. Why, Mommy?
I come back from conventions like exhausted because like I've just been like partying and socializing the whole time. So I know what you mean. And is that how you got connected with Chris from SBSK? Is through you were doing influencing first, and then you had your interview with him, or was it the other?
No, we were just making videos, and he reached out to us and was like, "Hey, can I interview Alexandra?" Which we get tons of emails, and some of them are scams, some of them are like, or most of them are scams. Are you trying to buy something, or they want us to sell something? And so I got this from Chris. And at first, I was like, "Who is this person?" And I had looked him up, and I was like, "Oh, maybe this is legit." And anyway, it was. And he flew out, and it was funny. They have millions of followers. Yeah. And I thought, oh, he's going to show up and he's going to have like a crew. Like this is a professional. Okay. And we really don't know what we're doing. And he like knocked on my door and I opened it and it was just him. And I was like, anybody, is there someone else? Anybody where's everybody else? Yeah.
Where's the crew?
Where's the crew? So yeah, he just came in and started taking his stuff out and interviewed Alexandra.
And the rest is history. And then you blew up, right, to mega fame.
What'd you think about me, Chris?
Yeah, did you like Chris?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After he left, she was like, he was hot.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Hottie.
He does have beautiful eyes.
I know.
He's a good-looking man. I'll give him that.
So that happened, and then I think that, again, like that's how I saw you guys was that initial video. And as a parent of a kiddo with Williams syndrome, like I love representation. So like anytime I see like any of our Williams syndrome people in the community, like I just get so stinking happy because it's important for Stella as she grows to see adults that are thriving and doing exciting things, and or just being themselves, because I think that that's important too. So from there, did you guys shift into doing merch, or were you doing merch first?
No, like it was after that. We started making merch. I love being creative, and she loves clothes and t-shirts. And I don't know how Stella is or how Brendan is, but she finds something and kind of obsesses about it.
Okay.
I don't know. So like it was bracelets for a long time, and then it was necklaces, but it's always been clothes. So she wanted to start making t-shirts, I guess.
And so is that your thing now, right now, t-shirts?
I love t-shirts. But she just loves clothes.
Like
she has the cutest clothes, but she always needs more.
That's good. Well, Stella currently only wants to wear like one set of pajamas, so maybe this is something that we can aspire to, is like that she'll wear.
I never knew like the obsession with, if it's a Williams syndrome thing or if that's just an Alexandra thing.
I like
I think
clothes,
that
You like
Yeah.
clothes? But do you have anything that you like, or like you're like, I gotta keep collecting this?
T-shirts.
T-shirts.
Yeah, we just put a full bin up in the attic.
See?
Yeah, but they're old T-shirts that don't even fit me.
and you just want to keep them. You can't
Well,
like get.
I can. It's just some of them are like when I've traveled to like London, or from like when I've
Oh
worked
yeah, you gotta keep those.
music camp, former band shirts that my band wore as, my mom helped with designing them, things of that nature, memorabilia.
Do you like music? I know you don't play, but do you love music? Is it like really a core part of your being?
Yeah, I listen to it all the time. I love
She
music.
sing. If y'all need a singer, Alexandra's got you.
No, I don't.
Yep.
Yes, you Alexandra.
What's your song to sing to, girl?
Horrible singing.
What?
Favorite song to sing,
Hey,
Alexandra?
There's too many songs that I love.
She like doesn't have favorite. She just loves all music.
Okay.
I grew up with Nickelback. That band is amazing.
Photograph. Yep. That's a great
She
song.
listens to
Yeah.
country pop.
She is the one that got me into rap years ago.
Now I was like a teenager in my rap phase, because I thought it was cool, and then she was like,
I still listen to
I
rap,
like
girl.
this.
I'm 45. Yeah.
I know.
That's for everyone.
A little bit of rap here and there, but not.
Now we just listen to babies.
Yep. Now you
Yep.
listen to lullabies. Just wait till you get the YouTube. Your kids start listening to YouTube. You'll get some great songs. I can give you a lot of good recommendations. So Alexandra, tell us, what is your life like living with Williams syndrome? Like from your perspective, maybe like some good things about it and some things that are hard.
I mean, it's a good thing that I have it, but it can be hard. It can be.
Yeah. What do you struggle with?
I lost my best friend almost 3 years ago, and it's been
Super hard.
pretty tough.
Yeah.
She was like a mom to me, but she was my babysitter. Then she loved the crap out of me. So
Yeah, she did.
Do you have anxiety? Do you struggle with anxiety?
yeah, I have anxiety.
Loud noises, you said?
I'm okay with not a lot of loud noises, but I can handle a little.
A little. Like only so much baby crying, right?
A little.
Oh yeah, a little.
A little.
I think everyone's
what are some-
anxiety goes up when it's.
What are some good things about having Williams syndrome?
Waking up every day, talking to my people. It's so fun waking up and people I talk to on my messenger all the time. It's so nice.
She enjoys talking to her people.
Do you have any friends that live by you who have Williams syndrome?
No, just me.
No.
We've traveled and we've seen a lot of her friends that she talks to every day. Huh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come to convention. It's gonna be hot there though, so I don't know.
It'll
July
be inside, right?
in Arizona, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of next July, not this July, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of indoor activities.
Yes, we have it on our calendar. We are going.
I
Awesome.
I
want to go so bad.
Mhm.
You will have the best time, I promise you. Well, ladies, we're towards the end of our time. Victoria, is there anything that you wanted to share just about like being a sibling and caring for somebody with Williams syndrome, or anything that you guys are working on with your merch?
I don't want to say we've released some new merch. We work on it. That goes back to what she does every day. She comes and she signs invoices and we ship them out.
Yep, I
Which
do.
has been good. I mean, because it gives her something instead of just like sitting and zoning out on the phone or the computer or the TV or YouTube. She has work she has to do, huh? Sometimes it can be a little hard to get her to do her work, but she does it eventually.
You're just feeling what we all feel, right? Like,
I know. But no, I just, I can't, I know, I'm gonna start crying.
Don't cry.
We just cry here, I'm 6 months postpartum, guys. Okay, everything makes me cry.
Why do you
No, because I love you. I know.
I can tell you both have a very special relationship, and I love it. So, it's so beautiful to watch, and I think it's a reciprocal relationship, right? Like Victoria, it's not just you caring for Alexandra; it's very much Alexandra caring for you and your family.
100%. I think what I get out of it is like so much more than what I get. That's just what it feels like. You know what I mean?
I do know what you
mean. Pieces.
I love her pieces.
I bet you do. Alexandra, well, why don't you tell us your website where people can find your super cute merch and where they can follow you on your journey?
It's called the Birch Family LLC.com.
Good job. But yeah, it's just the Birch Family on all platforms. You can just Google it. I'm pretty sure it pops up.
We have an Instagram too that we always put stuff.
I say we are most active on Instagram stories. I post her singing when she doesn't know.
Oh, gosh.
Sometimes I throw some dirty diapers on her.
That's great. And on TikTok now, I can't wait to see you guys doing some TikTok dances.
Oh Lord. I don't know if we posted, but
Look at pretty.
It was so nice to meet you guys virtually. We'll see you guys in person at the convention.
I'm so excited to see you in person.
We are too.
It is so fun, and you will have like the time of your life, Alexandra. I promise you.
I'm excited.
You've been listening to The Starry-Eyed Effect, presented by the Williams Syndrome Association. The show is hosted by Jennifer Keaton, Brendan Lemieux, and Stephanie Karen, and produced by me, Joel Listman. Theme song by Tommy Barbarella and Mariella Elm. Got a question for the show? Email us at podcast@williams-syndrome.org. Video version of the podcast available on YouTube at the Williams Syndrome Association channel. Review us on Apple Podcasts, and maybe it will get featured on a future episode. Make sure to like and subscribe to The Starry-Eyed Effect wherever you get your podcast delights.